Hi, welcome to County Business. I'm Alice Leibicker, County Supervisor for District 3. We're going to talk about the Alameda County Community Network.
Asset Network.
Asset Network. And it's going to be a very interesting topic for us to really learn about how Alameda County, with all the community organizations working together to form this network, Asset Community Network, and what kind of services is available for people. And I have two very special guests with me. One is Lisa Forti, and Lisa, you're the coordinator for this Alameda County Asset Community Network, and
That's
you're
right.
with Urban Strategy. Thank you
That's
for
right.
being here with us.
Thank you.
And we have Nanette Doolett, and Nanette is the Executive Director of Associated Community, Action Program, ACAP. I remember ACAP.
Right.
I can't remember the
Most
whole
people
name,
do.
but it's Associated Community Action Program. So we'll have Lisa go ahead first to kind of introduce us about what is this network. Can you tell us about it?
Sure. Well, thank you first so much for having us talk about this network. We're really excited about the work that the network is doing. We've been together for about a year now. 20 organizations, Alameda County-wide, service providers, advocates, public agencies, who've gotten together to try to develop a system for financial counseling and access to financial products for low to moderate income people in Alameda County. We want to make sure that there are opportunities for people beyond tax time. Tax time is a really important time to think about your money, but year-round to think about your financial health and to make sure that low-income people have access to banking products that aren't predatory, that don't cost them huge amounts of money throughout the year. And so we have a network of counselors and other advocates who are working together to make the county-wide services stronger.
Yeah, and you said that there are 20 organizations,
Yeah, we
members?
have about 20 organizations now, including ACAP has been one of our members since the beginning. We're thrilled to have Nanette and her colleague Paul Daniels on board.
Okay.
We also work with organizations such as the Fremont Family Resource Center, which you probably know has wonderful services, both social services and financial counseling. They're also a free tax site. And we work with organizations also in Oakland, such as the San Antonio CDC in the lower San Antonio neighborhood. So all over Alameda County, Tri-Valley Housing is one of our new members. So we have a great geographic spread in the county, and we also pay attention to the different types of services that folks offer so that a person, wherever they are, if they need to enroll in public benefits such as food stamps, or if they need to open a checking account or plan for retirement, we have a service that will meet their needs no matter where they're at.
That's great. So it's really geographically spread out. And how about in terms of meeting the different diverse population, like different language group? Do you have organization able to work with those people too?
Absolutely. It's really important, especially in a place as diverse as Alameda County, that we have services and activities that meet the cultural preferences and needs, including languages that folks have. And so, for example, we have Ibaltsi, which is in Chinatown in Oakland, who's been doing amazing work with Asian population there. We also have the Afghani population in Fremont. We have Spanish-speaking groups. Centro Legal is one of our groups. They do a lot of work with immigrants, legal status. And so we are able to serve folks in a variety of different languages, and also just to pay attention to some of their preferences and to make sure that they have a financial counselor and a banking relationship that they're comfortable with.
Yeah. So what kind of preferences you have, observed in terms of the differences?
Well, different people, I think, have different attitudes towards banks. Some people haven't had, maybe in their home country, haven't had the best relationships with banks or with institutions like that in terms of their stability. Other people don't feel comfortable walking into a bank branch. And so we want to help folks and also work with banks to make sure that they're more accessible, because we know that from that end too, that bankers need to realize that, hey, low-income people have needs too in terms of a banking relationship, and could be a really productive customer for you in the long term if they're getting some financial counseling support. And that's what we'd like to provide, is to make sure that we work with folks to make sure they're comfortable in the banking relationship and that they have something that works well for them. And so we see all kinds of different cultural preferences. Nana, you might want to you talked a little bit before about some of the ideas that different people have. I know direct deposit is one. We really encourage direct deposit, but some people want that check in their hands. And so we want to make sure that we work with people about a safe place to keep your money and making sure that you have access to your money and your money is protected and that you can leverage it year round.
So it's not like before people probably think it's safe to put under my bed or under my pillow.
Right.
But that's definitely not
yeah,
safe.
If you have a disaster in your house, what are you going to do about your money? And thefts happen, and there's a lot of options for people, and even there's mainstream banking such as checking and savings accounts, but there's also things like prepaid debit cards or low-cost loans. There's IDA accounts, matched savings accounts, which I know ACAP does a really good job of providing. So there's all kinds of ways to save your money and protect your money and really increase your income and your assets, and we want to be able to help folks with that.
So one of the things you mentioned earlier was this is targeted for low income and moderate income.
That's right.
So how do you define low income and moderate income?
Well, I think that